Hello all, let us talk about MCP73831 chipset, which is basically a lithium ion battery charger IC, and we will also talk about how to design the components around this chipset. A very simple circuit, let us go through it. So, if you see, MCP73831 is a single cell lithium ion battery charger IC. So what it does is basically, why do we need a battery charging circuit? So example, let us assume we have a battery and we gave a power directly. So there is every chance that there could be a fluctuation at the input. There could be current, overcurrent, or once the battery charges, still we might be providing current. There could be several scenarios, right, where sometimes if there is a too much of or if you connected a reverse input at the supply, or sometimes there could be a scenario where the battery might be discharging. So lot of different scenarios you can think of when you are using battery in your application. So for these purposes we need battery charging controller chip in embedded applications, so that you can just rely on the chip to perform some of the functionalities and the battery to sustain for a long time. So what are all the functionalities MCP73831 can perform? First thing, basically, it helps to provide constant charging current for the battery to get charged. Very important point. When we are using the charging circuitries, we have to provide constant current to the battery. A very, very important point. And then, if the input voltage falls below a certain voltage, which is called under voltage lockout, the chip enters automatic power down, thereby eliminating any charging to happen, and also helps to eliminate any discharge from the battery, which is a very important aspect. And then reverse charge detection. So if in case you connect a supply which is connected in reverse, then you might have a problem, right? So it detects and it stops charging in that scenario. And then you can also get to know the charging status, whether it is fully charged or is it the chip is under voltage lockout. um, so all these you can get to know from the charging, the status pin of the battery controller. So charging controller. And then there is a certain voltage range which is 3.75 to 6 volts, which this can operate. That means you can have a USB input which is 5 volts, and you can use this as a you can use this chip to design a USB based charging circuitry. And then one major point, the charging of the lithium ion batteries especially should be done in a very controlled manner. So one point which we mentioned is constant current should be provided, and other point is, generally for charging these batteries we employ a mechanism called constant current constant voltage, which basically is an algorithm inbuilt into this battery charging controller chip. So this is basically hardware controlled, where the constant current constant voltage is applied to the battery. So we will talk about what is constant current constant voltage later. And then another point, you can also control the charge to the battery, how much constant current you can apply to the battery using an external resistor. So based on the resistor value, the current that is given to the battery for charging will be provided. Now, what is constant current constant voltage curve? So if you see this curve, this is sourced from TDK lambda. If you see this curve, initially the charging has not started. Once the charging started, you can see there is a constant current that is being applied, and the voltage, battery voltage, is increasing. And once the battery voltage has increased to a certain extent, you can see once it achieved a constant voltage, the charging current gets reduced and it becomes zero at certain point. So this phase is called a constant current, this phase is called a constant voltage. And once the current goes to zero, the charging is finished. So this curve is called a constant current, constant voltage curve, which is basically the principle behind the battery charging that is employed. Now, if you see, all these, as we are talking, is achieved through MCP73831 chipset. So MCP73831 chipset is a battery charge controller IC which we talked, right? So if you see, the circuit of this is like you have the battery charger IC, and then to the VBAT pin we connect the battery through a capacitor, and then we have a 10K resistor that is connected to the PROG pin to control the current that is given, or to have a constant current of a certain value to be provided to the battery. And then the stat pin, which controls the uh, which gives a output, and LED glows or LED stops based on the status pin. And this particular IC which we selected is a tri-state. And then we have VDD input, which is being given from the USB connector here. And then at the input we have the capacitor, and then the TVS diode to arrest any surges at the input. So this is a very basic circuit. In this, for a design engineer, the challenge lies in how much this resistor should be, and what should be the output and input capacitors, and then the thermal calculations of this chipset. So if we go, these are the three things which we did here. So the circuit current, if you see, this is the equation for calculating the constant current at the VBAT pin, which is given by E is equal to 1000 by R. I is in milliamps, R is in kiloohms. So if we take a 10K resistor, this gives 100 milliamps. So this is the current that is being supplied to the battery from the charge controller. So you can see the same is confirmed by the values in the data sheet. So when you have prog pin connected to a 10K ohms, you get a typical value of 100 milliamps. And then, so now, is 100 milliamps necessary always, or what is the actual current that need to be provided? This, which is a very important point. Like example, I might have 100 milliampere hour battery, 1000 milliampere hour battery, or 2000 milliampere hour battery that is connected. So for all those, is 100 milliamps only required? No, right? The charging current should vary based on the battery capacity, such that we have a fast charging that is happening, right? So very important point. So that is why if you have 250 milliampere hour battery, ensure that you have 250 milliamps of charging current, and based on this you select the resistor value. Okay, and then power dissipation. So why we need to consider power dissipation? We need to consider power dissipation because when we have input provided, okay, and then we have the output coming to the battery, there will be some power dissipation across this chipset. So that power dissipation is calculated here, and for a given current of 100 milliamps, we have 0.22 watt, which is reasonable, and there is no issue. Okay, and then if you see here, we have two packages available. One is SOT23 and DFN for the MCP 73831 chipset. So in this case, you can see the thermal resistance of this is too high. So in case if you want to use this battery charge controller to have a higher current output, you should use a DFN package. If you want to use this chipset for low current applications, like small batteries, small capacity batteries, in that case you can use SOD23. So depends on the current. So that's what we calculated here. And then you can visit our blog, embeddedDesignBlog.blogspot.com, for this calculation. Okay. And then the external capacitors. So as per the data sheet, the capacitors, the minimum value of capacitor is 4.7 microfarad. So that's why we have 4.7 microfarad capacitor connected. So this capacitor basically is needed at the output near the battery, just to ensure the stability of this charge controller in case there is no battery connected at the output, which is very very important with respect to the chipset. Okay, so this is about the battery charge controller, which is used to design lithium ion battery charging, and the chip used is MCP73831. If you have any questions, please post. If you have already designed the circuit, please post the problems you have faced. Thank you. Please like and subscribe our channel. Thank you.